Hello, it's Gayle Palmer here, the osteopath at the Living Elements Clinic. And today's topic is protecting young backs, particularly when they go to school. So as an osteopath, I completely understand the importance of protecting young spines as they head back to school, but throughout their life. And I've got a few top tips to help you do that. So first of all is about the type of bag or backpack, rucksack, whatever you wish to call it, that you select. You need to have one that has wide padded shoulder straps, 2 of them, so that you can distribute the weight evenly across your shoulders. And if they need to have a somewhat larger rucksack, they need to have a girdle strap around their middle. They may or may not use it, but at least it's an opportunity for them to learn how to use it, because that means that a lot of the weight gets taken around their pelvis and hips and not so much on their shoulders. And that prevents them sticking things onto one side of their body or the other. If they're using an ordinary hold-all type bag, the tendency is that it goes over one shoulder, and I don't know if you can see, but my right shoulder is lower than the left one, and that's because I insisted on having my one handle bag only carried on my right hand side, and I would walk a couple of miles to school and back each day, and it did had long lasting effects. And that takes me on to the second point about weight distribution. Make sure that they put heavier items right close up to their back and it's evenly distributed, because that reduces the amount of strain on your back. And then also how much weight you or the children put into their bag. So as a child, as I already said, I like carrying all of my books. All of my textbooks, all of my files in my bag to and fro each day. Had a locker or had a desk, used to enjoy doing that, and that will come on to that later, but I really liked having my stuff with me. Now, it is recommended that they only carry 10 to 15% of their whole body weight. So if they are 8 stone, they're going to be carrying 4 or 5 pounds maximum. That includes perhaps their lunch box, 2 litres of water, and that weighs heavy. So just bear that in mind, and for them not to carry it for long periods of time, because it makes a big difference to the weight that goes through into their spines. Proper posture, really important. One of my main aims when I'm treating young babies is to make sure that they sit up beautifully and their spine is all aligned, and that should continue all the way through their life. Encourage them to keep their shoulders back. If they're faffing around on their phones, this is what happens. And they spend hours in that position. Upper back pain, shoulder discomfort, headaches, migraines, sinus problems, all of that can be caused as a result of poor posture, and that's exacerbated often if they aren't putting their bag properly distributed onto their back, and if it's excessively heavy. So encourage them to open up their chest, stand tall with their neck, and have their chin slightly tucked in, just a little tucked in, and to get the weight of their contents of their bag evenly distributed. Again, use both rucksack straps, not just one. And another thing is to encourage your children to take as many books and stuff out of their bags and use their locker or whatever facility they've got at school, so they don't have to carry unnecessary weight between classrooms. I know that isn't always possible. I know that some children have to carry their sports gear, their CSF gear, etc. with them the whole day, which is really a bit of a disaster. But if they can use their lockers effectively, efficiently, and you need to teach them this. It is not an automatic. Just because they've got a locker doesn't mean to say they know how to stack it, pack it, organise it. And particularly if they have poor organisational skills, with or without being on the autistic spectrum, they really need to learn that as an assignment. Teachers may help with this, but it's unlikely. So it's a task for you as a parent to teach them how to be able to do that. And then lastly, it's really important that children take regular breaks throughout the day, whether they're working at a desk, looking at a TV, working on a screen, whatever it might happen to be, to stretch, move around. One of the things that we notice with children as an adult is that they wiggle and pick and fiddle and what have you all the time. And it's partly because their bodies are requesting that they keep moving. So prolonged sitting can lead to real muscle stiffness, tightness, and strains on the back, on the rest of the musculoskeletal system, which we don't want. So any time that you can promote activities that stretch the spine out, increase the range of motion, whatever that might look like, to help the core muscles maintain that lovely posture, go for it. And it's just as important when they're at home as they are at school. Breaks also massively increase the amount that child will concentrate. So that's a bonus for learning and remembering as well. Now, these tips are simple, easy to put into action, but they have a massive effect on helping to protect that child's back and develop into healthy habits going forward. It's always a good idea to consult a professional like an osteopath to help with this, and particularly if you've got concerns. And my last tip is, during the summer, children are often running around outside without much clothes on. Really look at your child. Really look at how they're using their body. If they're symmetrical when they're walking, or if they're a bit lopsided. If they always do something to one side and it's not equal. If you see those things, please bring them in to myself or another osteopath, get them checked over. The differences that you make at this time in their life will last a lifetime, and it's utterly worth the small amount of cost involved at this point in their life. So if you found that interesting, please follow the channel and the post. Ask any questions that you wish to, and I'm here to help. Your health is my priority. Place your healing in my hands. That's Gayle Palmer from the Living Elements Clinic near Chichester, signing off and saying have a great day. Take care for now. Bye-bye.